In everybody a beautiful Sunday yet again. John and Brandon, we're here to give you guys some news this week in Star Wars. Myself, Clan Brandalorian, thank you for being here. John, let me give you the table, man.
Hey man, it's another Sunday. I'm reeling from this Steelers embarrassment the other night, so we're here persevering, man. It is what it is. I appreciate y'all for being here. What do we got going on today, man?
Man, well, we have some Disneyland, we have some Kathleen Kennedy, we have some Maul Shadow Lord. What is so funny is I remember when I texted you, I was like, yo, what are we talking about Sunday? Because I feel like there's some stuff to talk about. And you're like, maybe we should talk about Kathleen Kennedy potentially stepping down soon. And it was just like later. No, it wasn't later the same day. It was the next day, and it was like Kathleen Kennedy has stepped down, and we're like, so let me go and edit the stream name because originally it was Kathleen Kennedy stepping down soon question mark, and it was like no, Kathleen Kennedy has dropped stepped down. So
I think that's 3 for 3 on us being like one day off of
it,
all the releases, man.
yes, two. If you guys don't remember, there's been twice where we have been like, all right, these Lego leaks should be dropping anytime, and I swear we got off like 3 minutes after a stream, and
Yep.
the January wave dropped, and I was like, makes sense. So that's how that goes. Um, Mr. Skywalking Ryan, happy Sunday. How's everyone? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm a little, under the weather this morning, but it's my own doing. But we're good. Feeling all right.
Doing good, man. Keep up those Jedi streams, dog. You're slowly grinding through those.
I know. Every time I always have to tell him every time I pop in, like, bro, this is giving me like war flashbacks because
PTSD.
we've talked, like playing the Jedi games. I really play it for the story. I
Hmm.
want to get through and like understand, like what Cal's going through and yada yada. But the game is damn hard, man. Even if you play at medium difficulty, it is hard. Like the which Inquisitor was it? The which sister? The huge one, the real big.
The
It's like
Yeah,
seventh sister. I don't know something, but bro,
yeah,
it
with the
was
with the
like
little face shield.
yes, medium difficulty waxing me. Like two shots, I'm done. So I'm like, all right, this is going on beginner mode.
So I played through both of them on the at one point on the hardest difficulty just to do it. And I'm talking with my buddy. We went out to dinner last night, and he's telling me how he's like, dude, I'm over playing games with the hardest difficulty. Like, I'm just gonna enjoy it, man. And like, if there's a story mode, I'm just playing it. And that kind of like hit a bulb with me last night, and I was like, why am I playing games like super
Yeah.
difficult? Like, I'm playing this to enjoy this. Like, so
What's up, Ian? Good morning, man. Good morning
hey,
to
man,
you.
happy to have you here, dude.
Yeah, it's something real quick with football. I've been thinking like, there. Of course, I'm a Broncos fan, so I hate the Chiefs. I hate the Raiders. Chargers, whatever. I mean, that's my division. But anytime like any of the homies have a team and they lose, I'm like, damn, I feel bad. Cause so when the Steelers went down, I'm like, damn it, John. Damn,
Man,
man.
we're sitting there in the fourth quarter. I'm like, this is right where we want them. Like they're up by like 1 point, and then just like, and then they took us out to dinner, and yeah, you know, welcomed us to the playoffs. So that was pretty painful, and got our coach fired, and all the coordinators fired. So
Yeah, yeah. That'll
but
happen too,
I mean, Ian, that was like a two-edged sword last night with the Broncos winning, and then Bo Nix going out.
bro. I'm on cloud nine, right? I'm like, bro, we beat Josh Allen, and seeing him cry in the post game, I'm like, man, stop, man, because I love Josh Allen, man.
Yeah,
I love him so much, but it's just one of those things where I'm just like, bro, you know, like why is Bo got to go down, man? And I love Jarrett Stidham. I think he would literally start on 10 NFL teams right now. That's how good he is. So I'm glad we have him, but I'm just like, man,
yeah,
it
brutal.
sucks. It sucks. Um, but yeah, let's finish up through the comments and then we'll start. Maybe we can open up with some Kathleen Kennedy right out the gate. Feel better, Brandon. Thanks, guys. I'm doing my best. I love the Jedi series. A lot of exploring. Thank you, bro.
They made those
I've
maps
actually
big, dog.
They did. They really did. Seen that they released a rumor that Jedi 3 will be coming out this year. Um,
Give me Montague.
yeah. Come on, Cam. Get in here. Get in Star Wars Project. I need you live action.
Yep.
What's up, April? How's it going? Thanks for joining this morning.
Hey,
Appreciate you. Male Kith, the guy. What's up?
what's going
What's
on,
up,
dude?
bro? Love his profile picture. You
Yeah,
need to change that to your profile picture on Instagram. Uh, that's what I'm doing for Survivor. I chose story
yeah,
mode to enjoy. Yeah, Star Wars Go. No, that's y'all. Even though you guys cover everything, Marvel, DC, Stranger Things, The Boys, everything. Y'all cover everything. You guys
that's
are the
crazy, man.
goats.
That's so much.
Why so Sidious? Like, bro, that's dope. That's a dope name. There's a rumor that the third Jedi is supposed to come out this year. I think it'll release closely to 2027 celebration. Man, I'm hearing that it's going to be in 2026.
I think they're
That'd be
pushing
pretty
a lot
wild.
of those things for this next year.
Yeah,
Like that was the same with thing with the season 2 Ahsoka. It was like under wraps, and then on a Disney Plus, it's like, oh, come in 2026. Like, oh, okay.
yeah, it's pretty nuts, dude. Phantom Menace Dennis, what's up?
Good morning,
I
dude.
mean, afternoon. Yeah, depending on where you're at, it could be afternoon. I know some of the people who are overseas across the pond. It's like midday. No, not midday. That's noon. It's like mid evening. Kind of crazy. Um, so yeah, man. Kathleen Kennedy stepping down. I'm gonna give my 2 cents. I think it's pretty crazy that she's actually been there for what was it, 15 years?
Yeah, good chunk of time.
Like that's insane, dude. And I know her past, like in the 80s we get so many awesome movies, and like I think it was like last year I found out she helped with ET, and I'm like, yo, ET is a cult classic. It's an amazing movie. Um and especially with how intertwined, dude, oh my god, I am a terrible person. Who made ET, bro?
You know,
Spielberg?
you know, I
Okay,
told
okay, okay. Whew. I was gonna say, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I think it's Steven Spielberg, but it might not be Steven Spielberg. Nobody roast me in chat, please. But yes, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, like their minds are so intertwined, because like when that little kid was dressed up as Yoda for Halloween, ET was like home.
yeah,
And then if you in Revenge of the Sith, when they're at the Senate chambers, you see a little pod and it's full of little ETs. So it's cool how they
little
intertwine
cameos.
that. But it's like, like Kathleen Kennedy, man, she's legendary, man. You gotta give credit where it's due. But I think the one thing that I did not like about her approach with things was how she would be very quick to announce things, but they're not even, there's no script yet. I'd
Yeah.
rather it be, word of mouth on Instagram or Twitter, Reddit. That's how we find out that there's rumors of a Lando series. There's rumors
Hmm.
of a, Mandoverse movie, when, all of that stuff it's there, but it's, going to be worked on. It's just sitting on the back burner, which is
Well, and
cool
it's
because we know we're getting products. That's cool, but don't announce it and get our hopes up. And then, it's like, where's this Ray trilogy that we've been talking about? So that's
it's
my
like the
only thing.
whole like Marvel loves to do it too, where it's like they do the whole timeline where it's like they
Yeah.
list out all the projects they have coming up for the next like 6 years, and then just like you're saying, we get, I don't know, 5 of them. So it's like, okay, you list out all these insane things that we're supposedly getting, and then none of them ever come to fruition. So then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well then what do I expect for reality on? It's like people with games. It's like I don't even believe game trailers anymore until I see gameplay, because it's like, Star Wars Eclipse, different things like that. It's like, dude, we've had trailers for 7 years and haven't seen anything. So it's like, okay, and announcing
Yeah.
things, I'd like to see the product backed a little bit before it's just here it is.
Yeah. It's pretty annoying because it's like, man, I want the product. Hello there, Clan of Bran and the Boba Fett. It's past 5 p.m. in Scotland. Hell yeah. Shout out Scotland, bro.
Mid evening.
Never, never been. I don't know if I'll ever go to Scotland. Spielberg was ET, yeah. That'd be crazy. Be like, yeah, man, about to head out to Scotland for the week. That'd be kind of crazy.
My parents went and they loved it.
Man, I bet. I love the scenery, bro. Scotland. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the shareholders, bro. Don't get them upset, man.
In regards to long-term announcements, this is more of Disney core requirements. They have been to keep the shareholders happy and us the fans guessing. Same with Marvel, DC, lots nowadays. Nah, that is facts. And that's the thing where it's like, yeah, she's saying all of these things, like announcing it, but at the same time, yeah, it couldn't. I guess that doesn't really necessarily fall on her too much. Um, Kathleen wouldn't have much choice in doing all those announcements. Yeah,
She'd walk out and
so
they'd
that's
say,
valid.
"Here's this script," and I'd read it.
Damn. And you know what? A lot of people too, with Dave Filoni, stepping in. Dave Filoni and Lin Brennan are the new dynamic duo who are. It's basically a two-headed monster for Lucasfilm, which is cool. Um, and George Lucas handpicked Kathleen Kennedy to take over Lucasfilm. So I mean, if a lot of people who hate Kathleen Kennedy, it's like, but you love George Lucas, that's who he picked. It's not like he just like went out and picked a random person. I mean, she's got the credibility. Um,
I
so
think there's a little bit of deviation when it comes to the like the branch. It's almost like a coaching tree of like
yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy, and then like the other side is Dave Filoni, where I think the like Kathleen Kennedy really tried to take it and expand the universe, where Dave Filoni really tries to like hone in on like what does he know and like what the fans want, and that I don't know. I see a difference in like we get a lot of different projects under Kathleen Kennedy, and then with Dave Filoni we get the Bad Batch, we get Clone Wars season
Hmm.
7, we get all these things, and it's like, mm, you know, there's a difference in the style and the method that they're going for there.
Yeah. Now that is facts because I know it's like, okay, Dave's in there now. His movie that he's going to be directing is on the back burner. So I'm really expecting to see like, why would you put this on the back burner? There's obviously a little bit more story, and I feel like there's going to be a Skeleton Crew season 2 and a Book of Boba Fett season 2 that also help lead into this Filoni Endgame movie. Because you have to, because what are we going to get 3 seasons of Ahsoka? And there's also rumors that Mando season 4 is still coming after the movie.
Yeah, because I think it's gonna be what are they able to end on in the Mando and Grogu movie? Like, are they gonna cliffhanger us and then it's like, okay, and then they do like some type of Avengers thing where it's like the Mandalorian Grogu will return, blah blah blah. But it's like they could tie that into the next Boba Fett season with how it ends. Like, they have a lot of. I think they got a lot riding on this movie and how
Yeah.
they move forward. And same with Ahsoka season 2. And if they're bringing in the Mortis gods and things like that, that's a whole okay, now we're bringing expanded universe. We have Thrawn back with, Heir to the Empire. Like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's going to be uh it's super weird in my opinion because I think there's so many shows now. There's 4, that tie into the Mandoverse.
Hmm.
Um and it's just like this 4 movies or 4 shows and collections are going to lead into this like big movie. Like that Filoni Endgame film has to be massive. It has to be the biggest thing like maybe that Star Wars has dropped since it's been with Disney. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. And does that kick off their retcon? Like of the like that could be the seventh movie leading into or their seventh quote unquote leading into 8 and 9 if they wanted to. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean they could go about it in any way. I think look, man, the Mandalorian, like I feel like people look at Grogu and they're like, yeah, like Grogu,
Yeah.
baby Yoda, merchandise seller, cool. But like the Mandalorian is like a bigger character than like most people like actually realize,
Well, they're the
you know?
face of Star Wars right now.
Like, it
Like
is.
as
It's
much
not
as
even
people,
close.
yeah, like I'm a Darth Vader fan to to my death, but it's like the face of Star Wars right now is the Mandalorian and Grogu. Like that's what
Yes.
brought in a large fan base, and that's what's making a lot of their money.
Bro, you know how many people I know that haven't even seen Revenge of the Sith or Return of the Jedi, but they've seen seasons 1, 2, and 3 of The Mandalorian?
Yeah, never watched Clone Wars, but they've seen all seasons. You know,
Literally. And it's like Yeah, dude, it's a dope story. Do you think Pedro Pascal's like tired of the Lone Wolf and Cub? You know, The Last of Us, the Mandalorian. You
I
think he's
think
like,
it's like
damn
the
it?
one. I feel like he's like, I found my niche, dude. Like that's the role he excels at. Like it's like the Ryan Reynolds. Like there's a few guys that like kill their certain roles. Like Ryan Reynolds is like the non-serious serious role. That's like,
Yeah,
okay, you can pin him for that. And like, I mean, maybe, but it's like you have to be. He's got to be sitting there like, I'm pretty comfortable with what's going on. Like, you know,
yeah. I had to Google if Pedro Pascal has any kids, and he does not. So
mm,
I mean, he does a pretty good job for acting like a dad.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, maybe he likes it. You know.
Yeah, valid. All the all the women call him Zaddy anyways, so he's just a real life dad, you know.
Absolutely.
Um, John got me in the Star Wars universe because of the Mandalorian. Shout out Baby Yoda and his soup. For real. For
Yeah.
real. That bro, I've like I told you, I've loved Star Wars my whole life. But there's like that null between kind of during the sequel trilogies because I went and saw them all in theater,
Hmm.
once or twice at least. And I soaked everything in and was like, wow, the lore is kind of crazy. But then it was like when the Mandalorian came out, I'm like, oh, it's the Boba Fett show, whatever. No, 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 no. It's it's about this different, an entirely different character, and it's like very space western. And I'm like, dude, this is the best shit I've ever seen.
Dude, the pilot episode for The Mandalorian went stupid hard.
Yes,
Like
because
it went.
you open up with that bar, and you're like, this feels like Star Wars, which was executed. I'm like, yo, who was on this flute, man? Who's going crazy? And then here comes, Din Djarin. Like, and his first line is, "I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold." Like, what? So either way, he's like, "I'm getting you, so you're not
Yeah.
going anywhere." But yeah, and then the show is just amazing. I mean, how he gets Grogu, yeah, it's just awesome. Last of Us is epic. It's pretty dope. Really good. My students only know Star Wars through the Mandalorian. Yep,
Yeah.
that is true. A lot of those kids are just like, yeah,
See, and that's another
Darth.
thing is, yeah. I'm sorry. Go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say they're just like, yeah, Darth Vader's cool, but like, what? The
Like
Mando,
this guy's got
Mando and
shiny
Grogu.
armor. This guy's in Fortnite, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Dude. John Wick. Everyone's like, oh, that's the guy from Fortnite. It's like, all right.
Cooked.
And some of us boy call Pedro daddy too, huh? Equality is way, hey, and that's fine,
If he allowed me to, I probably would.
Yeah, I'd be like, what's up, daddy? Uh, I had a teammate my first year in college, and he went by Poppy. Like that was his nickname. I mean, I've probably called
Yeah.
him James once or twice, but yeah, he went by Poppy, so that's what we called him. So I guess it's no difference. Um, but yeah, shout out Pedro Pascal. Shout out Daddy. Yeah.
Ever worked in a restaurant with a? Ever worked in a restaurant? You'll be called Poppy at some point.
Facts. Oh man.
But I'm
But
I'm
yeah,
so I'm low key really hyped for the Filoni era, dude. I'm really excited for what I think is to come.
yeah.
And I think I think he's gonna take good care.
I mean, I think he will too, man. And that's the thing is the one thing that scares me with him taking over. Now it'd be a little more scary if he was running it solo like Kathleen Kennedy. Um that we couldn't get his good storytelling. We couldn't get
Hmm.
his good, characters and stuff like that because he has a bigger responsibility now.
Yeah.
He can't, he doesn't have time to flesh out Wrecker's character. He doesn't have time to flesh out, you know, Sid's character, like different stuff like that. So now with Linwin Brennan, I feel like this is a two-headed monster where it still allows um Dave Filoni to be that CCO
Hmm.
controller, be the one that is the heir to George Lucas. Because if anyone does understand Star Wars
It's
at the
that dude.
creative level,
Yeah.
it's Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fine. And you know what? No matter what, people are still gonna hate some Star Wars projects, and some people may even glaze Star Wars products better than what it is just because Dave Filoni's at the helm. But that's just what you get in this situation.
And but I also like it's almost a checks and balances situation. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have one person really like controlling the reins there. And so it's gonna be like a hey, let's do this. And there's gonna be that commentary and feedback of like, well, let's adjust it and go back and forth and compromise to certain extents. So there's gonna be that situation where maybe we get a scenario where maybe we would have not liked it maybe or liked it, and then there's that scenario of someone taking over and then deviating it to something else. um, but it's the aspect of not one person saying, I mean, I'm sure at the end of the day if Filoni green lights something, it's going to go. Like if he's
Yeah.
like, I want this to go, it'll happen. um,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time I don't think Brennan would sit there and green light something that's not good.
Yeah. That, and I think I'm not saying Kathleen Kennedy didn't have a stronger relationship with Disney to get things rolling, but I think Dave Filoni and Brennan could easily be like, "Look, Disney, Bob Iger, we gotta. This has to get rolling. This is
Yeah.
something that can work very well." So yeah, it's gonna be different, but in a lot of ways, I think things will go a lot smoother.
Yeah, and again, we have this mall show coming up here soon, and like I think that that's going to be our first peek at what we're going to be getting, and I think,
Yeah.
I mean that the mall show, I've been talking highly about it, dude, and so like I've been kind of propping it up, so I really hope it delivers.
I mean, most people are more excited for that than The Mandalorian and Grogu, Ahsoka season 2, The Visions Ninth Jedi. Which that's kind of like my thing with Star Wars is like anything Visions, I'm out, man. I just don't like anime and I just can't get into it. But
Hmm.
that's not me saying it's a bad story or anything. I think all the and I've seen every episode once or twice, but I mean, it's just not my favorite. And I think the stories are good for what they are.
I'm in the same boat with you. Like that's kind of, it's almost like the Lego brick thing we were talking about. Like it's not my cup of tea. Like I'm glad
Yeah,
they're branching out, doing something different. Like it's gonna hit a fan base that enjoys it, and like that's good. Like at the end of the
yeah,
day, as long as they enjoy it, I'm cool with that.
yeah, yeah. I think it'll be cool, man. I mean, Maul, a character, everyone's talking about Ben Solo coming back or Palpatine returning, and it's like, hey, man, characters die all the time. But
Let me just retcon something real quick into a flashback, real quick.
Maul, dude. I mean, what I think would be really cool is it kind of gives it the Book of Boba Fett treatment. Is maybe we get to see Maul and how he survived falling down the trash compactor, like actually seeing that
Hmm.
shot or that image of him falling, and maybe it could be like a POV where like how do we know that's not how like the episode opens up, the first one is it's like POV falling down a reactor shaft, and you just see like episode 1 Obi-Wan just like standing above looking down, like how
Yeah,
crazy would that be?
because
um
they don't give us that. The only thing we get is in the Clone Wars is Savage finding him in the scrapyard,
yep.
and he's already he formed his little spider legs.
Yeah, god, I remember the first time seeing that, I was just like, what is going on? Like, what is this? So like
What is the
sometimes
story arc?
when people like talk shit on Star Wars right away when something comes out, like it always, I'm just like, dude, it just came out. But like I remember the first time seeing that, I was just like, what?
What am I looking at here?
This is how it happened. But then
Yeah.
by the end of the episode, you're like, wow, how traumatic, dude. Like he's really going through things emotionally. He's just, I mean, hate kept him alive, bro. The force is it's crazy. But I think that would just be such a cool opening shot, and then kind of settling that because it's like I said with Boba Fett, we're like, how did he get out Starlight Pit? Was it
Hmm.
actually Dengar that saved him? And we see how he gets out, but it was really cool to see that actually come forward. So
And then we
yeah,
get,
Maul's gonna be dope.
it's a Sam Witwer project, so it's like, that'll be that'll be another big one to see like how that pans out. I mean, he's voicing Maul, so like that's gonna be insane.
Voicing Maul, he knows Star Wars.
Yep.
Um, I could only imagine Sam Witwer and Dave Filoni sitting in a writer's room together. You already know that would just
Fleshing out
be
a script that would go,
uh,
they would be writing, and the pen would just be on fire.
That's one of those things where you wish you could be like a fly on the wall, just
Yeah.
sitting in that writer's room because they're talking some crazy shit, or like the what ifs, like
Mm-hmm.
okay, what if we wrote this person in, or what if we wrote this character out,
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is with Dave Filoni working on it, you're like, of course Marak is in this, because he ties into Ahsoka series. It's like,
Yep.
damn it.
Yep. That'll play in, and then yeah. So that's where it's like, and don't get me wrong, like the live action is incredible. I love the animated version of the Clone Wars season 7, the Bad Batch. Like
Mm,
that latest segment of animation, I absolutely love. Um,
yeah,
so to get more of it, it's like, you know,
yeah.
here for it.
I'm always live action. I love it. It's good. But the animated style, you can tell they have more time and more lenience to work with it
Mm-hmm.
because, obviously you're working with voice acting and the story is always 10 out of 10 for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's so good. But yeah, Maul Shadow Lord having that Clone Wars style. I think it has like one other studio that's like working with them, and it kind of gives it that like it's like a grainy, hazy look. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that's just like to set the tone
Yeah,
for the show. You're dealing with
a
the
little more
underworld,
dark.
and
Yeah,
yeah, so
wet.
yeah, it's gonna yeah,
I mean,
dude.
I would love to see like Kira get implemented. Like I don't know if that's gonna, because that, where does this overlap in that timeline? Because
I think it
this is
starts
like,
1 year. It's 1 year after Order 66,
oh,
but
okay,
it
yeah. So that,
goes forward, and I think Dryden Voss is in it. I think there's like
okay.
rumors of him actually being in the show. Maybe they pick up Kira later,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, yeah.
but yeah, it'll be pretty good. Yeah, Maul Shadow Lord gonna be another good one. And I mean, you're in the area. What do you think of Disneyland switching over to the original trilogy with your boy Vader? How's that feel?
I'm hyped, dude. And like I think it's one of those things where I think I almost think it's like a rotation thing, where it's like they had been doing all the sequel characters and all that stuff, and like I think it's just an instance of we've been doing it for however many years since The Force Awakens came out. Um, so it's like, all right, let's revert to something, do that for a couple years, and like, I mean, God forbid we get like Clone Wars characters in the next like 10 years.
Right.
So it's like I think it's pretty cool. I've never seen, like, I've been multiple times and I've never you never see Vader or anything like that. So it's like to see him walking around, like that's gonna be dope. Like
Yeah.
that'll be cool.
See him and OG stormtroopers. That would be really dope.
Yeah, just mobbing around, like, yeah, that'll be sweet. It's like you always see the First Order troopers, things like that. It's like that. It'll be cool to see the OG timeline characters.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. I think Han, Luke, and Leia are also like the little side characters too that will be there.
Yeah, they're like
So
popping out or something like that.
yeah, yeah, that'll be really cool. I mean, who says yeah? Like you mentioned, like later it could go into like the Clone Wars. Like, could you imagine like in 10 years it's like Rex and Cody and Fives maybe like getting the clones. I mean, that's gonna draw on another crowd of Star Wars fans
Yeah,
to go. So I think that'd be pretty dope, man.
yeah, it'd be sweet, man. And it's like you can't tell me they don't have like just extra suits of all that stuff from the shows lying around. It's like you could just walk those dudes out tomorrow if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice, man. Anyone in the chat go to Disneyland ever? Anyone? Anyone?
Steph loves Disneyland, so that's like a
Never been. We'll go one day. Um, I think if people are patient, Filoni will bring some fun and exciting change. He better. I think he will.
it'll
I
be
think
good
he will.
times.
I think he will for sure. Um, I think the anime was part of the wider strategy to get more fans, keep China and Japan audiences attendance high, and all that. I do like some anime, but I want more lore. Kylo voice, more. Um, yeah, I'm on that boat. I think that's cool. It brings in a lot of fans. I like
Yeah,
I like what they do with it. It's just not my favorite.
yeah, and it's every region demographic has their own thing, so it's like whatever flies, dude. Like if that blows up there and they love it, keep giving it to them. So it's like if they have creators that are actively giving them good stuff, I'm here for it.
No. Hello, I have a question for you both. All right, Paula, spill the beans. Let me hear it.
What do we got?
Uh, do you both think Keanu Reeves would play a good Darth Revan?
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think Keanu Reeves would play good anything.
Yeah, I think it'd work. I mean, from what I know, Revan kind of looks like Keanu Reeves. Like you see like the similarities.
Yeah,
Um, but
and
depending
he
on
kind of has the Keanu vibe in the game. Like you're not really like I mean you're not really you're kind of a like an introverted character. You know, you go from the dark side to being brainwashed and things like that. Spoiler alert for the 2000s game. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I think he would play it well if given a
yeah,
good script. I think it would work out pretty well.
yeah, Paula, I'd be down. Yeah, I think he'd do a good job as well. I mean, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure to John Wick. I mean, Keanu Reeves, man. Damn, I watched this Keanu Reeves movie for the first time last year, and I was like, wow, what a movie. It was this I think Sandra Bullock's in it, and they're like on this bus. Like the entire movie takes place like on this bus. I think it's called like Speed or something. Speed, man. If any
Speed.
of you if you haven't seen it, watch it. Anyone in the chat, if you have not seen Speed with Keanu Reeves and a young Sandra Bullock in it, watch that. Dope movie. Um and
What
the
a
dude
movie.
who dude, it was a movie, man. I'm sitting there watching it like, why have I never seen this ever? Um but yeah, awesome. I think he'd do a good job. Yeah, Phantom Menace, Dennis, Speed, yeah. Absolutely gas. Darth Reeves, yes.
I mean, like him in
Grateful our last
Constantine
Disney
was a
visit.
good movie. Like that's kind of like a role that would be close to that. I think.
Yep. Yep. And maybe
Do
we know
know,
he could do some work too because of like the Matrix. He can do some stunts.
Haja is Keanu in Speed 2? Oh, thank you. There it is. There it is. There's
Oh,
the
but
answer.
Sandra is damn it. So Sandra Bullock has to go through like this wacko still like having a bomb strapped to a bus again. Oh no.
What are the odds?
There's oh yeah. Came out in 97.
Eesh.
Jeez. Not good. Hey, Willem Dafoe's in it though. Hey, Tamora Morrison is in Speed too.
What is going on?
He plays Juliano. It says interesting. Here, check this out though. Keanu Reeves didn't do Speed 2 because he disliked the script, specifically the concept of the action taking place on a slow moving cruise ship didn't align with Speed theme he enjoyed in the original.
I love that. He's like, this isn't fast.
Could you imagine? They're like, "Yo, we need you to play Darth Revan." He's just like, "I don't like the script, man. It's too slow." It's
Like
like, bro, what?
unbelievable.
That's so funny. Okay, so yeah, don't watch Speed 2, but shout out to Maura Morrison, Django, Boba, and all the clones
Yeah,
that
appreciate you,
he's in
dog.
there. Dope. He is John Wick. That is correct. He is John Wick. Yeah, what you got, John, man? You
No,
ready
I'm
to wrap
just
this up?
I'm laughing at the Speed 2 is on a cruise ship, dude. That's funny, man.
Yeah, I
Um,
will not be watching. So thank you guys.
no, I think the big thing just to keep out for is um come February, where I want to start seeing leaks of these March sets.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the big thing on the horizon is what do we got going on with this next wave? Like we know what the smart bricks are doing. How is that going to eat into this next wave? Uh, you know, yeah. I just kind of want to see what we got next for this next set.
No, I believe March actually is all smart brick. And then May and June is where we're getting the Ewok
That's what it is.
Village,
Yeah.
Mando N1, all those cool things. So that's gonna be nuts, dude. Going to Mandalorian and Grogu and being like, oh my god, this set just came out. For the sand, but and then the sand crawler too. But I think that's late. I think that's late 2026. But yeah, I'm ready for a lot of the new Lego.
hmm So we'll
But
see, man. No, other than that, we're here, dude. And that was another day. Again, I'm just reeling from that Steelers loss, so I'll be supporting, dude.
yeah, thank you. I yeah, like I said earlier too, it's just like, man, with when my homies got their teams, I always feel bad. I mean, I don't hate the Steelers. I mean, I hate that y'all beat us in like what was that 2000? When did you guys get that one Super Bowl? 08?
Yeah,
The first one? Yeah. So 08, Jake Plummer had us in the promised land, and we whoever that was the thing at the time though. If Steelers or Broncos wins this game, whoever wins that's winning the Super Bowl, and that's what happened. So it's like, all right, we can roll with that.
that's
But
okay.
I
You
mean,
T-bowed us, so that was
oh
brutal.
yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, that was
Um,
my most painful. Anyways,
um,
anyways,
but yeah, make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube here and at the Boba Fett. Everything is linked down in the description as well for Instagram. Also, it says it down here at the bottom. So yeah, go follow us there. Check us out on yeah, every Sunday, 11 a.m. Literally every single Sunday, we're going live talking new news, leaks, rumors, Lego, a little bit of Funko here and there. But yeah, that's really it. So be sure to subscribe, and we will see y'all next Sunday at 11 a.m.
you guys have a good rest of your day, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yep. Have a good day, and thanks to everyone who chimed in. We appreciate you.